Let's go to this clip of Ben Shapiro, shall we? This is a late-breaking clip. My first question is Ben Shapiro in the witness protection program? Why does he keep shooting his videos in different locations all the time, but with seemingly these big rigs?
My second question is he Damien? And it's a very overdone joke, but Jesus Christ.
He is concerned about something that is not a problem and then threatens to do something that we all know he won't do. And there's so many different ways in which to laugh at this video. But here it is, Ben Shapiro in, I don't know where he is. He's like, maybe is he like an interrogation room or something, but with a microphone. Here's Ben Shapiro.
In other words, if you're a church, you're not infringing on anybody's rights. You're just saying you can't come here for your marriage. Go to the church down the street. You're a religious school. You're saying, listen, you want to learn about gay rights? Go to the public school down the street. Okay, you want to learn about gay rights? You can just go to that secular atheistic crossroads school in Santa Monica. Like, enjoy yourself. That's your problem. Go enjoy. Fine. You're not infringing on anybody. Your mere existence is an infringement, according to Beto O'Rourke. The institutional existence is an infringement on liberty, according to Beto O'Rourke, and you must be shut down. You want a culture war in this country? You damn well have it, Beto O'Rourke. You want a culture war in this country? You want this country to come apart at the seams? This is how you do it. Because I promise you, if you come to tell me that you're going to indoctrinate my kids in particular policy and that I can't pull my kid out of the school and send my kid to a school I want to send them to, that I can't go to the church or synagogue that I want to go to, and if you make that national policy, not just California policy where I can move, but national policy, people are not going to stand for that. They're not going to stand for that. And if you send a truant officer to remove my child, I have two choices at that point, right? If I have no place to move because you've now made this national federal policy, I now have two choices. One is to leave the country utterly. Two is to pick up a gun. Those are the only choices that you have left me. And now people on like, oh, this is, how could you say stuff like that? How could you be so extreme? It's not extreme to defend the fundamental rights the Constitution was created in order to protect. These rights pre-exist government. My right to raise my child in my faith is my right. That is a First Amendment right. There's only one reason the government exists to protect those rights.
Listen.
Alpha Ben
Shapiro. This guy's got his pants in a bunch here. First of all, he is completely mischaracterizing what Beto O'Rourke said. And this is the little sort of shell game they're playing. Now, Ben Shapiro, enjoy your trip out of the country. Well, I don't think we're afraid of you taking up arms.
I would love to see him try.
But even if you do, the issue is not whether you have a right in your church or yeshiva to in some way discriminate against people because they are gay. The issue is whether the government should finance that. And how does it finance it? It provides services that your institution uses in our society, and you want those institutions to use them for free. Here is the clip that that Ben Shapiro is so angry about and talking about the civil war that's coming or the mass exodus. Here's the clip. I want you to listen carefully if he's saying that these institutions should be outlawed or you should be forced to not discriminate against people because of their sexual orientation.
Question. This is from your LGBTQ plan, and here's what you write. This is a quote. Freedom of religion is a fundamental right, but it should not be used to discriminate. Do you think religious institutions like colleges, churches, charities, should they lose their tax-exempt status if they oppose same-sex marriage?
Yes. There can be no reward, no benefit, no tax break for anyone or any institution, any organization in America that denies the full human rights and the full civil rights of every single one of us. And so as president, we're going to make that a priority, and we are going to stop those who are infringing upon the human rights of our fellow Americans.
There it is.
Congressman,
so it's not a question, like, you're allowed to do it. It's just that you don't get free use of society's work and labor and efforts and investment. You don't get it for free. That's it. You have to pay like everybody else. If your institution is going to discriminate systemically against people because of attributes that we as a society have decided you cannot discriminate against, then you're just going to lose your free coupon to all the services that this country provides. You're going to have to pay for the military and the police and the fire department. You're going to have to pay for the water that comes into your institution. You're going to have to pay for the electricity and for the infrastructure and the roads that allow that. You're going to have to pay for the schooling that educates your employees. You're going to have to pay like everybody else.
I'll take up guns.
You're just not going to get your special status, which frankly, like, I think there's like, I'm not even quite clear on why we do that anyways. I mean, if government is not supposed to recognize religion, why are we giving you special deal?
And why are we giving the IRS the power to recognize what's a religion? Like, that was the crazy part of the one of many crazy parts of the Scientology documentary that I just watched.
Well, the problem is because I don't know how you define religion. Here's the easy answer. You got to pay taxes like everybody else, period. Just because you're religious does not mean you get a free ride.
I do find it somewhat ironic that baby boy Beto thinks he can revoke tax-exempt status from the Catholic Church as president, but not pass single-payer health care.
Indeed.
Well,
and
maybe
also that nobody asked.
Maybe with that extra, with the extra cash that comes in.
Well, that's a good point, though. And also that, nobody, I mean, granted, Bernie's a frontier candidate. Beto is not. Shade. But you're not going to hear a whole, people are focusing rightly on the merits of what he said, which he's absolutely right about, not on an orgy of, how are you going to do that? How's that going to pass Congress? How are you going to do it?
Right. I mean, it's quite obvious. And to make it about you're forcing people to do stuff because you're not giving them a tax break. I mean, just contemplate.
If I don't get taxes upset, that's how many revolutions were fought, though. I mean, if you even go into like everything from Burkina Faso to, every corner of the world, it was a lack of tax breaks.
There you go. I mean, honestly,
the Salt March was about tax breaks on salt.
Hey, the Boston Tea Party.
Well, that wasn't even about a tax break, though.
They didn't want a tax. They wanted a tax break. They didn't want a tax on the tea.
They wanted, we would like representation if we're going to be taxed, which would be the Puerto Rican case.
It was actually
or the Virgin Islands case.
Ultimately about smuggling and contraband and being able to have,
Dude, why are you checking our ship so aggressively? Screw you, dude. We pay taxes. We have a right to be involved in contraband.
So